The Eminence in Shadow episode 15, and man, what a great episode this was. This is one of these episodes that when you first start watching it, and this was for me, that you don't feel that it's going to be that interesting, that hype, that not too much is going to happen when watching it. But man, was I surprised, because it was actually all the opposite. A lot of things happening, a lot of story development, so many funny moments. So yeah, this episode is definitely one of those that blows your mind in terms of expectations, because again, it is very good at making you think that not so much is going to happen, but then a lot of things happen. We see action, we see funny moments, we see new characters introduced. The story builds us up for something hype that is going to come in the future, which is the Buchin Festival. So yeah, so many things happen in this episode, and I think the most hype thing we saw in this episode out of many things was the Buchin Festival itself, because I guess you can say everything that is happening right now in this mini arc is revolving around the Buchin Festival. You know, the new characters introduced, maybe the things that happen with Oriana, and yeah, other things. For example, this new introduced character, which is average young man, which is Sid in disguise, is also because of the Buchin Festival. So although many things happen throughout the episode, I guess you can all attribute them to the basically Buchin Festival, because that is what it is. So yeah, we see basically Sid take participation in the Buchin Festival, which is something that I wanted him to do, and it is even better than I thought it was going to be, because I knew that if normal Sid was going to participate, I knew the outcome was going to be that he was going to lose, that he was going to be a weak character, and that yeah, nothing much was going to happen. So I was wanting him to participate, but at the same time I wasn't holding that big expectations for him when he got to the Buchin Festival. So yeah, I was not hype, but hype at the same time. It is weird to describe, but now that he's going in disguise, it is even better, because now he can, well, I guess you can say, demonstrate his true powers, because the person that he's disguising as doesn't exist or is dead. It is not himself. It is not Sid or Shadow that is appearing. So that makes him show his full strength, although he said that he's going to be the weakling character at first and then, you know, demonstrate his full power. So yeah, that is actually really good in my opinion, because now you can have basically Sid participate in the Buchin Festival while at the same time demonstrating his power, demonstrating his ability. So yeah, I think everybody can agree that that is actually a good thing. I don't think the normal Sid is going to participate. I think he's just going to be an spectator. So yeah, although who knows, maybe there is a plot twist where he participates. I don't think so, but yeah. So yeah, the other thing that we saw in this episode was that of Oriana. We saw her in the middle of the episode having a little talk with Sid, and to be honest, when they talked, I didn't think too much of it. I didn't think that something else was going to happen. I did think that, well, maybe there is something going on with Oriana and her backstory, and you know, it is complicated, her story and things like that, but I didn't think the events that happened at the end of the episode were going to happen, you know, when they were having that talk, Sid and Oriana. But yeah, we see that that talk she had with Sid was actually bigger than we all thought it was going to be, because like I said already, yeah, you can say that there were some things hinted here and there, that there was something happening in her life, that she has a complicated life, but I think nobody expected that thing to happen. So yeah, that is actually pretty interesting, and yeah, pretty out of nowhere where that came from. We saw even Sid's reaction at the end of the episode, where he even wasn't expecting that either. I think the biggest thing we learned from the talk in the middle of the episode between Sid and Oriana, you know, before we got the big revelation, was that Oriana was basically a bride, that Oriana was basically going to get married. I think that is the most important thing that we learned about, and yeah, I was actually really surprised, because I never thought that she was going to get married. I don't know if I missed something in the past that mentioned that she was, you know, a bride, that she had a fiance, but if not, then yeah, it came out of nowhere in this episode. So yeah, that is the biggest thing, I guess you can say, to take from that talk, and we see that it actually had big implications at the end of the episode. And I guess when you really think about it, I mean, it makes sense that she had a fiance, because she is from royalty. She is one of the biggest, most important people or persons from her kingdom, the Oriana kingdom. So yeah, I guess it makes sense that she had a fiance and that she was going to get married. But yeah, throughout that talk they had Sid and Oriana, I never anticipated, I never got the hint that she was going to do what she did at the end of the episode, which was basically kill her fiance. I don't know the reasons she did that. Maybe her fiance was a bad person, or maybe because it is going to be really weird if she did kill him just because she didn't like him, just because she liked Sid more. So yeah, it is going to be really weird if it is for that reason. I'm not discarding it, but yeah, I mean, it could be another reason. It could be because he is a bad person person, or there is an evil plot there happening or something like that. Who knows? Definitely there is a lot of complications in her life, you know, with her father, with her fiance, and in general with her kingdom, because we learned that her kingdom doesn't really accept swordsmen or swordsmanship that much. They don't appreciate them that much. So yeah, she definitely has a tense, I guess you can say, relationship, not only with her family but with her whole kingdom. I don't know if she did it because she wanted to be with Seth. I guess you can say she did it because of that, because otherwise she would just marry her fiance. Or maybe she didn't do it because of that. Maybe she did it because she simply doesn't like her fiance regardless of Sid or not. So yeah, I mean, there are a lot of things I can speculate upon, but I guess we'll find out in the next episode. But yeah, going by Sid's reaction, I think he didn't definitely expect that to happen. I guess he was thinking at that moment that the talk he had with Oriana didn't indicate at any moment she was going to do that. Maybe he feels like he led her to do that in some way or another. I don't know what he's thinking, but I think he's thinking something along those lines. Oh, and by the way, I know I said multiple times that she killed her fiance, but in reality, if I'm remembering correctly, I think it was mentioned that she actually stabbed her fiance. So in reality, he can actually still be alive, which I actually think is the case, because I don't think she will go that far as to killing him. But I mean, who knows? At the very least, again, we know that she actually stabbed him because she is in the news. She is in the newspaper. This is actually something big. This is not something that just happened, something, a little incident, a little accident. No, this is actually really big. It is even mentioned that she's actually on the run. Maybe that is the reason why she mentioned in the talk that she had with Sid, if he was going to trust her. Maybe that is what she meant by that, because again, this is actually something very big. We don't know yet if he's alive or not, his fiance, but regardless, she stabbed him. She's in the run. She's in the newspaper. She is actually a very important person in the Oriana kingdom. She's actually the princess. So yeah, this is no small incident, a small accident, or whatever you want to call it. And I actually think that Sid will play a very big role in, you know, maybe hiding Oriana or something like that. He will definitely have to do something with it. But yeah, I wanted to mention that again because I think I mentioned that she actually killed him. I don't know if I did, but if I did, no, it was not that. Actually, it was mentioned that she stabbed him. But yeah, moving on again to the Bunjin festival, we see a character introduced, which is, I think her name was Annerose, or I don't know how you pronounce it, Annerose, something like that, which apparently was a person that was successful in the, you know, in the trial, in summoning an old warrior in all. I don't remember what exactly it is called, but yeah, she was successful in doing that. She was the, I guess you can say, most successful in doing that. I don't know if it was in the current trial or if it was in past trials, but regardless, she was one of those persons that was actually triumphing summoning an ancient warrior. And yeah, I mean, she is really strong. We see her actually demonstrate that she is, yeah, strong. And although she didn't take part in any action in this episode, just by her being aware that average young man actually was able to defeat this warrior in the preliminaries is more than enough to tell you that, yeah, she's actually strong, because she's, I guess you can say, aware enough or strong enough to see what exactly average young man is doing, because I mean, nobody could see what he was doing, only Annerose. So yeah, that tells you a lot about her. Of course, she's not strong as Sid, as average young man, but yeah, she's actually strong. I wonder how strong she is relative to Oriana and relative to Iris and all the other people, but yeah, she is strong. I guess she was going to be one of the main focus of the Bunjin festival. She's going to be the one that is always going to be taking the spotlight regarding, you know, her reactions to average young men fighting and demonstrating that he's actually stronger than he is. And who knows, maybe she actually comes to like him or something like that. It will be really weird, but yeah, I mean, maybe she does come to like him or something like that. And I just remember something randomly when I was speaking about the Bunjin festival, not related to the Bunjin festival, but related to Oriana, which I was speaking a couple of minutes ago. I remember that I think it was 2 episodes or 3 episodes ago, in the ending of that episode, like episode 12, 11 or 13, something like that, that she had a red marking on her chest. Maybe that had to do something with her fiance, or why she has, you know, serious problem with her family, with her kingdom. Because after that, after it was shown that she had red markings, a sort of curse in her chest, we didn't learn that much about her, about that, about what that was. So yeah, maybe that has to do something with it. I don't know. But yeah, I wanted to say that really quickly. I know I was talking about the Bunjin Festival in Annerose, but that came suddenly to my mind and I wanted to speak about it. So yeah, now going back to the Bunjin Festival, we see other people that are going to participate. Oriana, Iris, probably Sid's sister, and yeah, other people that were shown here and there. And I mean, yeah, it is going to be really hype. It is going to be really cool when the actual Bunjin Festival starts. Hopefully we get to see actually, you know, average young man Sid take part in it and actually demonstrate his powers, and you know, the people being actually surprised that he's doing the things that he's doing. But who knows, knowing the Eminence in Shadow anime, maybe something will happen during the Bunjin Festival. So yeah, don't hold that much expectations regarding that, because the plot can be suddenly abrupted just like that. So yeah, be aware of that. But yeah, I think I said pretty much everything that I wanted to say about the episode. Like I said at the beginning of the review, this episode is one of those that is actually really good when you actually watch it again. It starts really slow, or appears to start really slow, and then gets really good as the minutes pass by. So yeah, I hope you enjoy my review, and I guess I'll see you all in the next episode review.